like one of these readings is going to tell you that there is only one God, and another reading is going to say, hey, wait a minute, there's another God along with God. No, the central beliefs of Muslims are all unaffected by these variety of readings. But now, the tradition says that the Quran has been revealed in the 7 modes. Now, I said ahruf previously, that's an Arabic word, and the singular is harf, which means letter. So it literally means 7 letters. But this word could also mean edge. The word harf could mean edge. So maybe it means 7 limits. And in fact, Muslim scholars have not been able to define this term with any unanimity. And a wide variety of opinions have been given as to what this term means. What does it mean to say that the Quran has been revealed according to 7 edges or 7 letters? It may mean, according to some scholars, that the Quran has been revealed according to 7 dialects of the Arabic language. So whereas there was today one standard Arabic language, which is called Modern Standard Arabic, the language that is the language of textbooks and newspapers and magazines and news broadcasts and so on, that being an official language, there will be a wide variety of spoken languages in the Arab world. To the extent that sometimes the people of one region cannot understand the people of another region, though each one understands themselves to be speaking the Arabic language. Something like this may have prevailed even within the lifetime of the Prophet Muhammad, on whom be peace. So there were regional dialects of the Arabic language, and it looks like the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, may have permitted his companions in the initial phase to recite the Quran in terms of its meaning, to express that meaning in their familiar terms and their modes of expression according to their dialects.
Is everyone hearing what he just said? So Muhammad may have permitted the people from these different areas who spoke different dialects of Arabic, who couldn't understand what each other were saying, and he may have permitted them to recite a Quran in their familiar Arabic dialect and their own expressions and so on. By the way, again, he's just getting started here. He's going to keep giving more explanations of why there are all these different versions of the Quran. But yeah, so just starting there, notice he also said, the word harf, it can mean letter, or it can mean edge. Muslim scholars don't agree on what these huruf are. One suggestion is that it's dialects. Again, that doesn't make sense, ladies and gentlemen, because even people from the same tribe who indisputably spoke the same dialect were reciting different versions of the Quran. So this, I would say, it can't refer to dialect. It has to refer to something else. But notice what Shabir is saying here, right? You've got all these different versions of the Quran. Muhammad explains it by saying, "Oh, but the Quran is revealed in these 7 ahruf." And you ask Muslim scholars, "Well, what in the world does that mean?" We don't know. We have no idea what it means. But it's been perfectly preserved somehow. Yep. And believe whatever we say. Any thoughts on this, Hatun?
Whatever it meant, it is said that Muslims don't even know what it meant or what it means today. But clearly that's not the correct, because that's the case Muslim scholars are making. But whatever it meant, it caused Ubay bin Ka'b, whom Muslim needs to take the Quran from, whom Muslim needed to learn from, doubt in his faith, because there is a story where Ubay bin Ka'b hears different version of the Quran. They go to Muhammad, and then Muhammad simply struck Ubay bin Ka'b from his chest, and Ubay bin Ka'b says, "I didn't have that much doubt even in the time of Jahiliyyah, because now Muhammad is telling me, oh, Quran is revealed in 7 different ahruf." And then you've got similar story with Umar, father-in-law of Muhammad, and Hisham, who are from the same tribe. They are reciting the Quran differently, where Umar wants to grab him joining to his prayer. But good guy, he's patient, he waits until the prayer finish. Both of them go to Muhammad. And then by that time, Muhammad never told anyone, oh, by the way, Allah is giving me the Quran in 7 different ways. That's the first time Muhammad just explained the whole world. Yeah, there is Quran in 7 different ways. And he simply kind of says, yeah, Allah wanted to make it easier for you. Yet, today Muslims are saying, oh, maybe Muhammad might do that. Muhammad might imply that, or it might be dialect. I think it all questions what kind of God you worship and what kind of prophet you follow.
Yeah, and notice the reason, I mean, so Muslims are taught perfect preservation right down to the letter. Allah could have done that, but instead, according to Shabir and other Muslims, he revealed it in all these different ways, which are leading to all these different versions that we have today, which are leading to not perfect preservation, or what in the world do you mean by perfect preservation of one Quran? Well, there are all these differences, right? It's just one Quran, just one Quran. We all memorize the same Quran. Even in the time of Muhammad, they didn't memorize one Quran. And DJM here points out in the chat, he says, was the Quran revealed to the Prophet Muhammad 7 times, each time in a different dialect, right? And notice that's the problem, ladies and gentlemen. If Muslims in different areas who speak different dialects are reciting the Quran in different ways according to their own dialects, and again, it's not just pronunciation. It's not just pronunciation here. They're reciting different versions of the Quran. Does that mean that when Muhammad received, let's say he was receiving some verses from Surah 2, does that mean he receives them and he goes, okay, here, I've received a revelation, here it is in our dialect. Okay, now I'm going to recite it again in a different way, and that's for this other group over here. All right, now I'm receiving it in the third way, and that's going to be for those people over there. And now I'm receiving in the fourth way, and make sure you pass this on to those. And now, okay, there you go, all 7 ways. Now there are all 7 ways of that revelation. Now I'm receiving the next revelation in 7 different ways. This is meant to help people understand the Quran. This is meant so that people can understand the Quran in their dialect. Is that the theory, Muslims? Is that your theory there? Because that's interesting.
Let us start.
Dare you, I challenge you to bring me a single religion, put Islam to a side, that glorifies Jesus like we do. Dare you, I challenge you to bring me a single religion, put Islam to a side, that glorifies Jesus like we do.
Did you hear what he said? Let me scroll back. Guys, I can't stop playing this video, you know. I mean, I really played this video like more than 10 times already, but you know, this is a really big bust.